Bonjour tout le monde, tu es de retour sur mes chais. Je suis content de vous voir. Que Dieu vous bénisse tous. Well, I just spoke in French, and if you want me to interpret, I just greeted everybody and I appreciated everybody. Like I said, I'm happy to see you all. May God bless you all. Well, that brings me to the topic of today. Yes, one of the ways you can immigrate to Canada as a permanent resident. You know, school route is becoming tedious now. You can see the policies that have been coming up since the beginning of this year. In fact, since late last year. This is one route people don't really talk about. Before I continue, please, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. So let's continue, guys. This is one of the routes people don't really talk about. I may be missing some figures here, but I will definitely put it on the screen. I have been checking or looking at the trends lately as per category-based express entry. You know, this express entry was introduced last year, if I'm not mistaken, and people have been using this route to immigrate. Although we have 6 categories when we talk about the health, the STEM. STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we have the trade, occupation, and the rest. But for the purpose of this video, I'll be talking about French language. When I was growing up, I had this love for French. I was taught by a very good French teacher that to an extent I could communicate well, and up to now I still love French, you know, but that's by the way. If you have been looking at the express entry draw, category-based express entry draw lately, I think French is having a very large quota. Should I tell you the reason, guys? In Canada, they speak basically 2 official languages. We have the English, which is what everybody speaks, and we have the French. And of course, we have some provinces where speaking of French is the order of the day. That does not mean they don't speak English. Don't get me wrong. Yes, they also communicate in English. But this part of Canada where I'm in, we mostly speak English. And even at that, there are some French immersion schools. I'm just trying to tell you how far this French can take you. I will be talking about we that are from Nigeria. Most of us speak French in Nigeria simply because first, we are very close to some African countries that speak French, like Togo, Cameroon, you know, and some of us study it in school. If we have good French teacher, at least to an extent, you'll be able to communicate at least the basic ones like bonjour or je m'appelle, you know, the normal basic ones, and listing names of items. This one, you don't even need provincial nominee. Okay, I want a province to nominate me. No, it's just straightforward. What you have to do is just to follow the normal process. Of course, when you want to immigrate as a PR, you will need to create your express entry profile. I have 2 of those videos on this channel. First was just like a summary, but the second one I was very detailed because some people were like, they did not understand, blah, 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 blah. So I had to redo the video starting from the scratch. So meaning if you have not created an express entry profile, you can easily create it on your own. Please don't rely on agents. There are some, in fact, I wish I knew earlier. Why you need to create the express entry profile is because you need to satisfy the federal express entry requirements. You know, this category-based express entry is very, very similar to the normal express entry that we know. But IRCC came up with this category-based express entry so that this immigration process will be simplified for some people. What am I trying to say? There are some people, they are very good at this particular occupation, but the general express entry was not favoring them. So with the introduction of this category-based express entry, life is now made easy. So if you don't have a very detailed knowledge about French, you can read it, you can learn it, okay? You can be self-taught. We have YouTube, we have Google. You can even invite a French teacher. Work with past questions. The good thing about this French language test is that you can also get past questions. Last week I sent some past questions of the English to some set of people. So I believe we have the French. Okay, if you check the last draw they did, the CROS score was not even up to 400. You know, lately CRS score for the general express entry has been 540 something, 500, and to achieve that CRS score is not a child's play. So people are now shifting towards French, and you know, when something is trending, it's good to quickly join. As at last year, October or December, category-based express entry draw was conducted, and the CRS score was about 430. But this last one that took place, it was about 300 and something, which is very nice. And some people did not believe that they would be selected. See, however you choose to get selected does not really matter. What matters is that at the end of the day, you will get your visa to become a permanent resident. Hope you guys understand. So if you went through provisional nomination, if you went, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, everybody is still coming to the same Canada. And how you really came will not matter then, you understand? Because I'm here, you are here. Oh, I came through FSW, I came to, is that a problem? No. The bottom line is that we are all here together. It is shorter because it's from the express entry pool that you'll be selected based on what a province or what Canada needs at that moment. So category-based express entry is more like candidates are being selected based on the jobs in demand, or maybe they need to fill a particular province or something, but something will always make something to happen. Exactly. So if you are in the pool and you have provided your details and everything, and the selection process wants to start. For example, like I told you, the purpose of this video is because of French. Just so that you've done French. This person got a high score in French. Let's select this person based on the French. So the trick about this is that if you want to go as a French person, first of all, even if you don't have interest in French, even though you don't intend to communicate in French for life, but there's always a reason for everything. If your reason is to use it to jackpot, then do it. I remember then when we were in school, secondary school to be precise, even in the university, there are some subjects, there are some courses we will not like, but because we just needed to pass it so that we can go to the next level, we will read it. There were so many courses I didn't enjoy back then in school, but it's not what anybody wants to hear. Imagine, let's say you didn't like 4 courses. If you say you don't like them and you decide not to do them, those 4 courses can make you stay back. So that's exactly what is happening now. You may not really love French, you may not like how it sounds, but because you want to use to relocate, and it will actually take a shorter time for you to get your ITA, then just do it. Then when you've gotten your ITA and you've landed in Canada, you can now decide if you want to continue in the French line, or and in most cases you may just develop interest while trying to learn it. Yeah, it happens like that. Maybe the process of trying to learn it to pass, you may just start loving it, because French is also another official language. Let me even gist you guys. The first time we landed Canada, when you get to the port of entry, yeah, you will see things written in English, you will see things written in French, more like that, interpreting the English with French. So me, I understand little French. So I was just greeting the immigration officers there. That was how the woman was speaking French. I could understand, but I could not go the same speed she was speaking. She was so excited, like, to speak with me. In my mind, I say, hey, this woman doesn't know that I don't really know deep French. I only just know the basics. She was speaking. Then I then use French to tell her that I speak but very little. I just say, eh, petit, petit. Oh, she now say, ah, je comprends, like trying to tell me that she understands. So now let's imagine I could speak French very well. Hey? My husband was just looking at me like, hope this woman can continue what she has started. You understand? So French is also very recognized here, but that does not mean if you come in through the French route, you cannot fall back to your English. Most of the countries, sorry, most of the provinces that speak French, at least they still speak little English. So don't be scared. When you are creating your Express Entry profile, make French language as your first official language. That is, if you choose to go through the French route, make French language as your first official language, then make English as your second official language. So let's assume with your French language, you were able to get, say, 320 something as your CRS score. If you then do English language, um, like to support it, it also boosts your score. So that is how it works. So the process of you going through category-based express entry is not difficult at all. It's not like provincial nomination that you will now wait for the province to nominate you. This one is just straightforward. It's very straightforward. So we still have other categories under this category-based express entry, like the tech. There are many, like engineering and the rest. Before I read out what you stand to achieve as soon as you immigrate to Canada as a French speaker, I would love to summarize all that I've been saying since, because yes, I've said a lot. So first, I said one of the ways people are immigrating to Canada now is via this French speaking route, because obviously Canada still wants people that speak French, that understand French. You know, it's more like it's in demand, because there are some provinces here that are French speakers, although they speak English too. Okay. Then I also said category-based express entry is very similar to express entry, just that in this one it's category-based. So you are going to be selected because you speak French, yeah, or you understand French. And again, looking at the trend of the draws, the CRS score has dropped compared to last year. The last score was, I think, 365, which almost anybody can achieve in the express entry pool. Yes. So if you are going to be seizing this opportunity, is a very good one. Then I also said that if you want to consider this route, you will make French language as your first official language. Then you can now get additional points by writing the English language test. So I think basically those are the things you need to know, and you also need to fulfill the federal express entry system requirements, meaning just the way you create your express entry profile, you also do the same while trying to do the category based express entry. So it's, let me say, almost the same, just that one is category based and the other one is normal express entry. So back to what you stand to gain when you immigrate via the French speaker route. When you land, you will get help from friendly and experienced settlement professionals that can help you get a job. Then you also get a language assessment. They can help you find a place to live. They can help you sign up your kids for school. They can help you learn about community services. Yeah, we experienced that here too. When we landed, we made use of Open Door Society here in Saskatchewan. I don't know how it's being called in other provinces. So these are the things you start to gain. Second one is job opportunities across the country. You know, there are some jobs, if you understand French, even if you are to be speaking English normally, but if you understand French, you have like an added advantage, okay? Like if you are bilingual, you stand a chance of getting the job than someone that just speaks one language. So you have more job opportunities. So basically, those are the things you stand to achieve when you immigrate as a French speaker. So as time goes on, I'm going to be telling you more about this category based. I'm not saying they don't invite others, so they also invite those in the agricultural sector, those that are in trades. Merci pour l'écoute. I remain Joy. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. See you all in my next one. Bye.